I don't know what's going on. I moved literally 4 feet. 4 feet. There's enough salad over here. I really don't want to have to bring Starlink over here. It's not worth bringing Starlink over here. All right, we're back. Hey, Jackson, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. So we're over at the pond trying to fish. Hey, Jackson, can you do me a favor? Can you type in dot caught and see if what the catch count tells us? We just had to restart the live. I don't know if that last fish got entered. Okay, we're good. One big old mouth bass. Oh, two big old mouth bass. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Oh, fish off. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's jumped right out there and spit. And I think, oh, I still got my drop shot one. He was decent too. He jumped and it came off. All right, we'll put that bait right back where it was. I was actually reaching for a cigarette when he hit. He hit hard. That sucks, right? That happens, though. It happens. There you go. Oh, fish on. Fish on, fish on, fish on. All right, that was quick. That was two fish. And look at how pretty these bass are. Such good looking fish. Look at that. He came on. Run away. All right. That's two. Somebody want to add that one? Oh, really? I just lost my drop shot worm. I watched my weight hit out to my right or to my left. My worm hit out to my right. That's fine though. I got another one. Let me grab another one. All right. That color got us two fish right off the bat. So we'll put another one on, same color. Same old color. Let's see what happens this time. Got the exact same thing, right? We got two fish biting that quick. All right. See what they do here. Hey, Glenn, welcome in. All right. So that was a nice little bass. Little dink, but dink lives matter, right? Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. You guys, we might be doing some night fishing tonight. Mrs. SoCal goes to night shift as of tomorrow. So she's got to stay up all night tonight. So we might go. There's a lake in the next county over that we can go hit and night fish it. So we might just have to go catfish it tonight. I'm going to see a rare overnight SoCal stream, which that'll be cool. Flavor Dave, welcome in. Yeah, guys, this. Oh, it was a weed. It's been a really shitty month for my channel. I haven't been able to go live a lot because of weather at the lakes has been shit. The boat broke on me again. Um, so and then just life gets in the way. So what about weed? Um, People spend way too much money on it when it's free if you know how to do it right. So I need to actually start ramping up, get back to oh, it's the weeds again. Damn it! I need to start getting back to doing lives on a regular basis. So we're gonna start working on that here. And then I got my deer tags, one of them already in the mail. My archery tag. I got the archery either sex tag this year, so I can shoot a buck or a doe with the bow. Wind is sucking there. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people in the West saying the wind just sucks ass lately. But we're gonna try to do some scouting missions on live too, because I'm getting a rifle tag this year, and I want to hunt some completely different areas. So with that rifle tag, we're gonna have to go scout some new ground, and I might as well bring you guys along for the ride for some of it, right? So it'll be good to know where I do and don't need Starlink for the live streams with the rifle. I actually need to go to Arizona here pretty quick and buy some ammo so I can dial in that rifle. It's a brand new rifle. I haven't even put a round through it. Well, I put a couple rounds through it, but not enough to like really trust my optics. So I need to run over to Arizona, buy some ammo. Um, Couple reasons I say Arizona. One, it's fucking cheaper. And two, it's way easier than buying it in California. If I buy it here, I pay um 10% sales tax and then an 11% excise tax plus a $19 background check for every single time I purchase ammo. So by the time I'm done and out the door, a $20 box of rounds costs me in the neighborhood of 35, 40 bucks. So I just go to Arizona, walk into a place. It's called Cal Ranch. I think it's actually CAL Ranch. Um, Walk in there, buy what I want, and come home. And their prices are cheaper. Their taxes are cheaper. I spend the gas money to go over there, but honestly, in all reality, it's another 20-minute drive for me to go to Yuma, Arizona than it is to go into like, you know, the gun stores in San Diego. So it's fucking ridiculous. And then the California legislature just passed a thing that goes to the full freaking vote now, um, for the, you know, basically the California's version of Congress, where as of 2028, if you want to buy a firearm in California or you're moving from another state and want to bring your firearms with you, you have to go take an 8-hour class, which you have to pay for, um, and then do at least 1 hour of live fire training to get a license to even purchase a firearm. Without that license, you're not even allowed to touch a firearm in the state. Here's the fucked up part. They're what they're doing is they are charging you to exercise a right. So that is going to end up in the Supreme Court. So yes, they're still pushing the drive per mile thing. I did the math on that actually the other night. Um, so I did it for Mrs. SoCal driving to and from work, and that would cost us about $8,000 a year in that mileage tax just for her to go to work. Fucking outrageous. California at its worst. Exactly. Sure. 100% right on that. 100% right on that. I can't wait to get out of here, you guys. I can't wait. The day that you see my channel name turn not in SoCal, that's when you know I've made it to free America. We got a few years. Our plan is in motion. Recreational? No, that's a myth. Um, you did hear that, but that's actually Oregon that is trying to shut down all hunting, fishing, um, any type of like animal farming. Basically, what they're trying to do is Oregon wants to um, pass a law that makes it illegal to harm any living being. That means like your pest control services will be out of business because they can't go to the restaurant and put mouse traps in a restaurant and kill mice. It also means that the wildlife populations and the fish populations are going to not right out of the gate, what'll happen to the wildlife and the fish populations is they'll explode and then they'll all die because what's going to happen is, you know, as we know, if you have a herd of deer, right, and that herd of deer only has so much food, that herd of deer cannot sustain, you know, 5 herds of deer. And pretty soon you're going to have those types of numbers to where they'll be so overpopulated, they're going to eat themselves out of their food sources. And whatever diseases are in the herd is going to spread like crazy. But I don't see it passing. Um, and if it does, I think that the Supreme Court will step in and tell Oregon to basically go, you know, shove it up their ass. Now, what you're referring to in California for the recreational fishing is um, they're trying to limit seasons on certain stuff, but that's not going to do much in it anyway. Um, really won't help anything. And the seasons they're trying to limit are already limited, so it's not going to really do much. Yeah, exactly. All the freaking animals will die, and then all you're gonna smell is dead animal everywhere. It's stupid the way these freaking tree huggers think. Like, "Oh, we're gonna save the fishes." Well, no, you're not. You're gonna fucking make them suffer thinking you're saving them. Everything you're thinking you're doing is com doing the complete opposite. I'm just gonna work this drop shot really, really slow. Beautiful thing about a drop shot, um, Jay Vance, welcome in, is the way the drop shot's rigged, right there, just that little bit of movement in my rod, that worm's down there freaking out. It's just a little bit of line movement. You don't need a full like when you got a Texas rig and you're kind of bait as well as your whatever bait you got Texas rig, drop shot, your weight's below it. So that little bit of movement right there just freaking makes that worm go crazy underneath. There is some 5 to 6 pound bass in this pond. That's probably I would say if there's a six in here, anything, I guarantee there's nothing over seven. Um, just because of the fact that the fish have not been in here long enough. Um, there is some fives and sixes in here. So I do have a chance of catching one of those out of here. But the fish in this pond are not old enough to actually be. I'm saying if there's one that's over 6 pounds, it's going to be like, that'll be the top echelon of what you're going to find in here. Catch a turtle. There are no turtles here, thank God. And no, I don't want to catch one. Yeah, exactly right. Hunters and fishermen, we are the biggest conservationists, you know, and without us, you're just harming the population. People think, oh, you know, they killed 20 deer. That 20 deer that were shot opened up um, that, those 20 deer aren't going to be eating the food and using the resources. So it leaves it open for the rest of the deer, which doesn't sound like a lot, but depending on the populations, where you live, you're from San Diego? 858-619 or 760. I am as far East County as you can get. If you go any farther east than I am, you're in Imperial County. It's sped up the wind. Yeah, the wind's blowing pretty good. It's one of the reasons I'm not out at the home lake today. Right here today, the winds are only like gusting up to like 15. But at my home lake, they're gusting up over 30 and 40 miles an hour. Plus, this pond is like literally a freaking 2-minute walk from my front door. So it's basically in my backyard. It's actually quicker for me to go through the backyard to get here. So Rolando Vasquez is a San Diego boy, guys. One of my neighbors. Well, depending on what part of San Diego. San Diego's huge. People don't realize how big San Diego County actually is. Spun Valley. Okay. I know exactly where you're at. I'm hey, wait to that. When you look east and you see those mountains you're looking at, I'm on the other side of those. Matter of fact, Hey, Ryan, welcome in. Yeah, I'm as far SoCal as you can get. All right, are we back? I don't know why it's buffering. I got fucking 4 bars of service right here. Are we back? Anyone? Anyone? Let me see. We do this. All right. Did that fix it? Better now? Okay. I guess I'm gonna have to start bringing Starlink over here. I'm back. All right, good. I'm back, and oh, I lost him. Damn it! I had a fish on, and I missed him. Oh, I come on. Ah, let's go. I'm half tempted to switch back over to spinnerbait or something. Crystal clear now. Hey, Rio, welcome back in. All right. So we got 2 fish today, you guys. Oh, crap. The wind's blowing. I cast, my bait hits the water, and my line keeps freaking blowing in the wind. I'm not on Starlink right now. That's the problem. I might have to start bringing Starlink over here with me. Come on, fishes, you little bastards. We need at least one more. It's there now. Okay. All right. That's a good thing. I'm just at the pond right behind the house, so I didn't figure I should bring Starlink with me, but I guess maybe I need to start. All right. I keep tossing this into that weed bed. What I need to do is I need to actually stand up and cast so that I can get it past that weed bed. Hey, hey, fishy things. Welcome in, brother. Good to see you. All right. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. I got to go perform a community service and water a tree. All right. So, guys, sorry about the audio. When I dropped my phone in the lake or in the pond, I think it killed the receiver for my mics. I have another receiver at the house, but it's got the lightning plug for the iPhone. And I got the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which no longer uses the lightning thing. It's the regular USB C. So I got to order the little adapter to go from lightning to USB C so my mics will work again. So, but it is what it is. I just use the cheap little. Let me see these little mics right here. These little ones. They're the cheap ass little. I don't know if it'll focus. They're the Synco P2X. They're like $15 for a set. So that's why I don't worry too much when I break them. I need to just bite the bullet and get the DJI that are straight up Bluetooth that don't have the receiver. But those things are like $300. Oh, I know. It's a pain in the ass having like everything's different. Everything's different. It should all be universal. All right. I just pulled that through the weed bed. Hey, Tony, welcome back. Man, I can't believe there's nobody else over here. I'm the only person here right now. I want to pick the camera up and kind of pan it around, but every time I move the camera, it freaking kills the stream. There's one, two, three kayaks and a canoe over here just for like whoever wants to use them. Kind of cool. I thought about actually taking the canoe out and fishing, but we're gonna cast everywhere I can take the canoe. All right, guys, we haven't got anything on the drop shot in a minute yet. Oh, so should I switch it up? What do you guys think? Should I switch it all up and tie on something different, or should we stick with the drop shot? We have had two fish hooked up with drop shot. One of them I lost. He jumped and spit. Well, I don't think he spit. They don't technically didn't spit, but that's the term. They jumped and shook the hook loose. Switching can't hurt. All right, let me give this one more cast with the drop shot here. I'm gonna go this way. I just went way off to my left, and we're gonna see what happens. So I know there's some good bass sitting over there. So come on, fishes. Come on. All right, what should I switch to? I don't really have a lot with me. I got a crankbait, which won't really do too well in here because of all the weeds. Um, I've got spinners and a couple other worms. Here's what we'll do. We'll make it interesting, guys. Next super chat picks the next bait. How's that? Man, we only got 5 people hanging out. What the hell's going on, YouTube? Why are they not pushing out the content? I guess they don't like me because I haven't been going live lately. I need to step it up and start to go back to the daily live streams. You know what I could try? I could try drop shotting that fluke that I got that's all torn apart. Let me lean this thing back out there and let it sit while I go over and grab my tackle box that I got with me and go through what else I got. I'm not even gonna throw it out that far. That's only about a 40 feet out. All right, let me go grab everything else I got and see what I can come up with. All right. I really don't have much with me over here. I really don't bring that much with me just because. So I have a booty toad, crappy man jigs. I've got the spinner, which I did catch one bass on this spinner already. Um, I got a few different robo worms. I got a couple little, I got a couple dice. I got a little split tail from Crappy Man. A few of the Crappy Man's little OG crappie baits. Couple more spinners, a crankbait, and I don't even have a chatterbait with me. I usually have chatters with me. I don't even have a chatter with me. But I do have a nice big old trick worm. One of Crappy Man out of a Crappy Man rebuild remelt kit. And, I don't know. What do you guys think? I have a couple little paddle tails, but nothing like really impressive. I really don't bring much with me over here. All right. I'm kind of leaning towards this Crappy Man trick. So over in the reeds over there, it's only like a foot deep. Hey, Jessica, welcome in. I do have cat bait with me. So we're going to try something a little different. We're going to stick with a drop shot, but we're going to go with a whole different drop shot bait. We're going to go in honor of Redacted. Guys, in honor of our good friend Redacted, also known as Cypher, we're going to go with dice on a drop shot. See what happens there. Connius, welcome in. All right, so drop shot and a dice, you guys. See what this does. All right. Can't hurt to try, right? Can't hurt to try. Damn, I'm gonna have to go to the Indian casino in a little bit. I gotta get smokes. You know, I'm kind of surprised Mrs. SoCal hasn't been in here. She's at home. She's doing laundry, but kind of sucks. Today is like her only day off. She worked what 5 12-hour shifts this week. She's got today off, and then tomorrow She has to go in for night shift. So she'll be on night shift through the whole summer. And then I think deer season, right when deer season opens back up, um, she'll be back onto the day shift. They change their schedules every quarter so that nobody can bitch and complain about being stuck on, night shift or, always being on, night shift or always being on day shift or whatever. But so right when I get used to her schedule, they switch. All right, guys, where's everybody at? We only got two people showing up now. I don't know what YouTube's doing. I think it's because I haven't been live for a little while. They're like not pushing me out. Hey, Latoya, Latanya, welcome in. Fishing is going. Type dot caught, and that'll bring up the catch count. So far, we got two bass. We've been here for 40 minutes. They were both dinks, like maybe a pound, pound and a half. But I'll count. I'll count them. They're fish, so they count. I was gonna go to the home lake today, but when I woke up, the wind was just insane. And I actually called the lake, and they're like, "Yeah, it's brutal." They weren't even putting rental boats on the water because it was so brutal. I did talk to my mechanic today, you guys. He seems to think that I'm right about the diagnostic issue with the boat. Yeah, it's going good. Got two on the board. So the boat, as you guys may or may not know, I've been having issues with it. It's an old 1996 outboard on there, 130 horse, two stroke. Um, I've got all of the major problems taken care of, and then it was just like stupid little stuff started happening. The starter went out, then the fuel pump went out. Um, and now it's doing this thing where like out of the water, if I run it just on the motor muffs, putting water to the motor, while it's, in the driveway on the trailer, it runs fine. As soon as I put it in the water and put it under any sort of a load, right when I give it throttle, it dies out, but it'll sit there and idle perfectly. Out of the water, I can give it as much throttle as I want. It works fine. So I'm really thinking that the high speed circuits in the carburetors are screwed up. And I talked to my mechanic today. He's on vacation at the moment. He's down in the Caribbean. But I was telling him the issues and the symptoms, and I was telling him what I thought was possibly the problem, and he agrees it's got to be something in there. Uh, I used a different mechanic before this guy, and the other mechanic that I had used was kind of they sucked. Um, I originally took it in there for a carburetor issue, and they did a bunch of stuff that was not carburetor related. So when I got it back on the water, I had the exact same problem that I took it in there for. So I took it back in there, made them, actually do the stuff that I told them I needed done. Got it back on the water, had an issue. Um, had a buddy kind of adjust the carburetors a little bit. The issue went away for a little while, but then I had the issues with the lower end of the motor, and I took it to this new mechanic. And before I even got home from dropping the boat off, he was calling me, telling me what the diagnostic was, and said he'd be done with it in about an hour. So I literally didn't even get home, um, and I was turning around to go pick up my boat. This thing was already done. Hey, Charity, welcome in. So I called him. I told him, "Hey, this is the symptoms." He goes, "Yep, I think you're exactly right about what's going on." I will never buy an electric anything. Um, I live in California, man. Electricity prices are fucking ridiculous. Um, so once he gets back from the Caribbean, we're gonna get it set up. He's gonna take the boat in, fix the carburetors. Uh, we should be back on the water in the boat full time. I could rebuild the carburetor if it was a dirt bike, but because it's four carburetors on the boat that have to be perfectly sync, um, I've never done that before with multi carburetors like that. So I'll let him do it. He does it every day. He also does, he's also a mechanic. He jokes that he's trying to retire and they won't let him um, from the drag racing world. He's worked on, John Force, Ron Capps, um, quite a few very well known, um, you know, NHRA guys. He's worked on their crews. So I figure if he's good enough to work on like Ron Capps and John Force and, people of that nature on their cars, um, he's damn well qualified to work on my boat. So we'll get the boat all straightened out and we'll get back, we'll be back out to fishing from the boat. But until then, we're stuck on the bank unless I decide to go to the home lake and get a rental boat. Um, Most of the other lakes here in San Diego do offer rental boats, but their prices are fucking ridiculous. At my home lake, hey, Chaos Goat. Oh no, that's Charity. I saw the goat. I thought it was Chaos in here for a minute. Um, like I was saying, most of the um lakes here in San Diego do offer rental boats. And if you guys want to see my rod, they're basically the exact same boat that he has, completely bare bones. There's no fish finder, there's no rod holders, there's no, none of that. They all have like a little 8 horsepower uh hand tiller motor. So, but they want $120 for the rentals. My home lake is only $50. So while my boat's out of service, one of these days I may go to the home lake and get a rental boat. And what the hell is going on here? How does that even happen? Okay, somehow, some way, my line is wrapped around my rod tip in a really odd kind of a way. I gotta drag this bait in here and take a quick second to fix that. If I get hooked up, it's gonna break the rod the way this is. There we go. That's what happened. Okay. I see what happened. Somehow, some way, my line looped around itself, and there we go. That was a quick, easy fix. All right, good deal. All right, let me get this thing back out there and see if we can get a bass on the dice. Well, shit, not gonna happen that way. My freaking bail shut mid cast and enough force that it broke my line. So I just lost the dice and the drop shot hook, as well as the. So since that just happened, I think what we'll do is we'll switch baits altogether and we'll go with spinner. See what we can get on the spinner. When I took the spinner off last time, I didn't cut all the line off. My knot was still tied to my spinner bait. All right. So let me tie this puppy back on real quick. All right. Oops. All right. I'm tying a Palomar knot. So I just got to take my loop around my bait. I always try to tie Palomar knots. All right. Hopefully that fixed it. We got two people hanging out. What the heck's going on? Where'd everybody go? Yep, it froze up. Is it back? Did that fix it? All right. All right. Well, I guess only two of you are going to get to see the next bass. We're back. Okay. So it froze up. That's where everybody went. Froze up and everybody bailed out. That's all good, though. Oh, God. We got tourists over here with their drums playing like Kumbaya. Do you guys hear the music in the background or no? I don't want to get copyrighted because somebody's over here freaking singing Kumbaya. All right. Come on, fishes. Oop, there we are. Nope. We're in the weeds. All right. You can't hear it. Okay, cool. Good to know. I don't want to get copyrighted for somebody else's shit, you know? That'd just be like my luck today. All right. Let me re-rig this bait here. There we go. All right. Throw in my little 3 Colorado blade that I tied last night. Which summer I decided to, hey, Survival Empire, welcome back. Welcome in. All right, guys, make sure to tap that thumbs up. Don't be afraid to hit that share button either. All right. Come on, fishes. Seems light. I don't cast that far. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. I've seen a bunch of bass cruising like shallow. I'll throw this down the bank line and roll it back parallel to the bank line. See what happens there. Right on the inside edge of the weed line there too. So, oh, he's got whacked. It was like they short struck the tail. Didn't actually get all the way up to the hook. Let's go back to the other side. It's into the wind though. So, all right. see if this rod just folds in half here. Come on, fishy. Come on, fishes. Hey, Latanya, just I got to pop up that Latanya just shared out the channel. Appreciate you. Greatly appreciated. All right, come on. You guys, if I'm not subscribed to your channels, do me a favor and leave a comment on one of my shorts so that I can find your channel and subscribe. Man, casting that thing with the wind just it goes a half a mile. Casting into the wind, it goes like a few feet. So I've been seeing deer tracks the last few times I've come down to the pond, which means that the deer are on the migration. They're starting to move into summer ranges, which is going to be really awesome for the beginning of bow season because all the deer that are out here in the desert elevations are. I kind of followed some of the tracks. They're all heading west, which means they're going towards the where I bow. Come on, fish. Come on. I really want to move over to the other side, but I don't get cell service. I'm kind of stuck on the live stream. I'm stuck to like right where I'm at. The wind's blowing straight in my face. Oh yeah, I deer hunt. Actually, I did a live stream last year from the tree saddle, and it was like a 12-hour live stream. I usually archery hunt. This year, I decided to step it up. I got a rifle tag, so things may be very interesting this year. I've decided that with the rifle, I'm not going to shoot a deer less than 200 yards. So definitely I'll be doing some long range hunting this year. I mean, I got the rifle to do it with, so might as well. Might as well do it. So, and I'll be live in the deer woods again this next deer season. First weekend of September. So we'll be out. We'll be out there hunting some deers. That should be pretty fun. That's one of the reasons I bought Starlink is because I don't get cell service in the deer woods. So Starlink opened up a lot of spots where I can be out there and go live. There we go. That should work. Oh yeah, that'll work a lot better. All right. Oh yeah, that works way better. Yeah, deer season will be fun this year. What in the Sam Hill? There we go. Okay. Yeah, deer season's gonna be really fun. Look at that. Kind of whole freaking salad bar. I haven't got bit in like an hour, you guys. This is ridiculous. So out here, the deer are so small that after you process them, you only get about 45, 50 pounds of meat out of a good deer. And we're only allowed 2 tags. So I really want to go. I wanted to do it this year, but that's not going to happen. I want to go do another elk. Elk, man, that's meat. That's a lot of meat. To the point where you get a nice elk, you don't have to go to the grocery store to buy any kind of meat for a very long time. And it's kind of funny because people get on me about like, oh, well, you shot a doe. Well, until you can give me a recipe that makes antlers as tender as a backstrap, I don't really care about the antler. I care about the meat. You can't go into stores here and buy elk or venison or any of that. So, I got to go get up my damn. Come on, fishes. This is getting ridiculous. I haven't got a fish in like an hour. But then again, I haven't moved anywhere either. I've been pretty much casting in the same spots. But I can't move and keep the live going because I lose cell service. So I'm just kind of stuck in this area. What are you stupid fucking fish? This is stupid.
Catch anything?
I got 2 little bass, but like they all of a sudden just shut down. It's nice big old beads. Oh, come on. Come on, fishes. Where are you at, you little bastards? Oh, there's the weeds. Watch, I'm going to pull in a whole salad bar again. Yep. Whole salad bar. Which is odd, but hey, Daniel, welcome in. You figure the bass would be right at those feed beds. Apparently, they're not. Every time I hit the weed bed, it fouls up my spinner bait here. There we go. That wasn't that bad. I mean, these Colorado blades on here are doing their job pretty well. So they should be making a lot of noise in the water. I just wonder if the fish are just like time or something. About to throw on a different colored spinner and see what happens. Throwing like a bluegill pattern. Right back through those weeds. Hey, look at that. They all came off. All right. See if I can keep it up higher in the water column. Get hit. I've been about mid water with most of it. So, okay. So it seems like two of these blades are getting caught up. They are. So I need to, okay, I know what I need to do. It's this, hey, where'd my scissors go? Right there. Swap this out. Because I know this chatter is not chattering, or spinner, not spinnering the way I need spinner. So we're going to go with this dog right here. We're going to throw on this. It's chartreuse and white. So we'll see what happens with that. Get chartreuse white, and hopefully maybe we'll get us a nice little freaking bit bass. I at least want one more before I leave. I mean, it's 5:30. They should start picking up here pretty quick, but we'll see. Who knows? This place is weird. Sometimes it's on, sometimes it's off. It's almost like they feed like every other day. When that other tends to be like the day I'm not here. Let's see. All right. Get this thing tied on. That's what we're going to throw this time. We get it cast out. This one's got two willow blades on it. That almost seemed too big for this spinner. We'll see if. Oh no, it's thumping pretty good. It's thumping pretty good. All right, come on, fishes. Yeah, I don't think these blades are spinning very much. We'll be able to see here in a minute. They're really not. So it seems like the factory blades on this are too big for the actual bait. Let's keep trying. I really think some of these companies making some of these boats don't do their research or testing. They just throw on whatever the fuck they think's gonna fit, and that's it. They go with it. All right, now, no, those blades are too big. They're hitting each other and not. really giving any motion. So we're going to be on to our next spinnerbait. Okay, so this thing has to haul ass for these blades to do their thing. This will not work as a slow rolling spinner. So that tells me I need to downsize one of the blades. So what I'll do is when I get home tonight, I'll downsize. Yeah, these blades aren't even moving. They're getting stuck on each other. All right, so that one's coming off. So I guess we're back to Old Faithful. Actually, we're gonna go. We're gonna go this. This is. I know you can't really tell that color on there too well on the camera, but this is a custom color. It's a pink, white, and green pumpkin. I had Crappy Man make these for me. They're supposed to resemble a rainbow trout. Hey, Ferg, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. So we're gonna tie on this Crappy Man spinner. Throw that. This thing's big. It may be a little too big for the bass in this pond, but we'll find out right now. I don't really have a good trailer for this, but should we try it without a trailer? Throw it without the trailer and see what happens. All right. Take my little tag in that I just cut off my. I'm tying my knot. And that goes in there. So that when I walk past the trash can, we can throw it all in there. Because there is trash can. All right. Let's see what I'm gonna throw on just for shits and giggles. Even though this thing is torn apart, I mean it's like it's dead. We're gonna throw it on as a trailer. Let's see what happens here. All right. Oh yeah. God, that's heavy too. So I passed a mile. What's that 3/4 ounce spinner bait? See that splash from that thing? Holy God. I think this might be too big for the fish in this pond, but throw it anyway, see what we can find. This one does swim nice. All the blades work. It's a big profile bait. Keep the rod tip way, keep it up above the weeds. Get bit on this because it's such a big bait, but it's in the weeds. And this is a big fat bait. All right. All right. Let's go. I just kind of cast that one with the wind. It went way out there. Let's see if we get anything. I'm rolling this one a little faster. I don't think we're going to get hit. We're in the weeds again. Yeah, look at that whole salad bar. All right, I'm sitting down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually stand up and cast this and get some more distance out of it. Uh, wow, I can only get so much cast. I am using my medium rod though. My medium heavy casts way better. Come on, fishes. Little pair of rods. All right. One bomb of it. Halfway decent, but still not great. Come on. Hey, Grumpy Bass, welcome in. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. Already back in the weeds with this thing. This time I got the whole freaking salad bar again. Yo, not just the salad, I got the whole bar. All right. I don't know. I'm thinking about switching back over to drop shot, to be honest with you guys. That's been where I've been doing the best. We'll see, though. Come on, fishes. Come on. I'm going to get 2 more casts with this, and then I'm switching back to drop shot. This bait's just way too big for the shallow pond. Runs really nice. It's just way too big. All right. That was a decent cast, actually. A long location wise. Let's see what happens here. Probably nothing. I'm in the weeds. God, there's just so much weeds. Hiccups. There's pond all. So the sun starts coming out. The weeds just get crazy. All right, one more cast down that direction. Come on, Bass. We need you. They're camera shy, I tell you. That's what the problem is. They're like extra camera shy. I can see it leaving like a bubble trail behind the freaking thing. All right, I said that was the last cast of this, but one more. That was a little too shallow. But these bass have been sitting right off the tilapia beds. So tilapia are spawning in here right now. There's a bunch of beds. The bass have been hanging out just outside the tilapia beds. All right, nothing's chasing from that. So back straight out in front of us. I mean, the time of day, they should be starting to come out. It's getting to that point where like we should be getting bites. So I'm wondering if maybe the drop shot's gonna be where it's at. I think it is. I think I need to switch. So I am gonna switch. Get rid of the spinner. It's not doing much other than mowing the lawn through the freaking place. Go back to the box. I need another drop shot weight hook. So we go with this and this. It's high on a drop shot and see what we can get on the drop shot. Come on, bitches. Don't be such little jerkwads. Show up for the cameras. I guarantee if I were to turn off the camera right now, I'd freaking start roping them, but it's just how it works. Like they're camera shy. Heck, I caught one before I even started the live. I had a drop shot on and I cast it and just put my rod down while I was starting, like while I was setting up the live, and I just got whacked. All right. Drop shot hook is tied. I just gotta run my tagline back through the eye of the hook. Because what I do when I tie my drop shot, obviously Palomar knot, leave my uh, long tag end for the weight, but I thread my tag end back through the hook from the front of the hook so that it drops that weight to the point where my hook always stays upright with my baits on them. Good buddy of mine. I know a lot of people tie the drop shot like that. I didn't used to. Good buddy of mine that turned me on to starting doing that. And I figured if he was tying that way, winning tournaments, then that's good enough for me. All right. Now I gotta pick a one. I'm gonna go with this big old fat thing. I'm gonna go with this, you guys. I know it's hard to see the color, but it's a red craw color. It's got like a burgundy red with a black stripe in the orange belly. It's a 7-inch. So we'll get that out there. See what we can get on that. Hey, real, welcome in. That's what we're throwing now. Nice big fatty drop shot. Right. I do have a couple other colors with me I could throw that I have caught fish on here before. But I'm getting to the point where we're fishing bass right now. Getting to the point where I'm going to be taking off out of here in a little bit. It's 5:45. Missing stuff going fishing on secret spots. You think doing some nighttime catfishing. So I end up doing that. And if we do, we'll be live. So that's set up. Just don't have word. I dropped the receiver in the water when I dropped the phone in the water. So we'll give it my battery's down into the red right now anyway, so we'll give it a little bit. We're gonna call it, but there's a very good chance we'll be back for a live stream from a way different lake. Which could be very interesting. We haven't fished that place in about a year. But we can definitely night fish it. So now technically that lake is closed at night. So we're freaking nowhere that like nobody's gonna call and report it for it. Yes, we're after bass. We're after the bass. And they don't want to cooperate. But that's all right. That's all right. We got two. So we're not skunked, which that's a good thing. Got the weeds on the freaking weight again. It's all right. I'll give us some extra weight for this cast. Whoops. That's not what I was hoping for. Got rid of the weeds though. All right. We're just gonna let that sit for a little bit on a dead stick and see what happens. We're gonna work this one really, really super slow. See if we can get one more outro fish. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. You know what we need to do? We have not done since we've been here. We have not engaged the fish whistle. All right. All right. We just blew the fish whistle. Let's see what happens. Did we freeze again? not everybody left. He must have froze. Tony's not fishing, but he's whistling. All right. There's at least two people in here. Three. 'Cause I know Northern's still here too. So apparently YouTube can't math. It tells me there's zero. Whatever. YouTube just can't math. Oh man. I think the YouTube's mad at me because I didn't go live for a while. But between the weather, the boat issues, having to be an adult and actually get shit done around the house, it's been a long month. It's only what, like the 18th or something? 18th or 19th. June will be a lot different. I'm going to hit it really hard. Really hard. And then July is going to be an interesting month. I'm going to be out setting up trail cameras for deer season, July and August. Season opens in September. And then September, we're going to be, the days we're not hunting, we're going to be fishing. But I'm going to be putting a shitload of effort into the deer woods this year. So we'll be out quite a bit. Last year, the first half of my season, we still had the old people living with us. And it kind of screwed up a lot of my beginning of the season. This year, I have no responsibilities other than to fill the freezer. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait for some smoked backstrap, some venison steaks, some tacos. It's going to be a good year. I'm hoping to tag out. That way, when I do tag out, I can cut my freaking hair. Because those of you that know, not last season, but the season before, um, I said that if I didn't tag out, I made myself a deal 2 weeks before the season was over that if I was not going to cut my hair until I filled all my tags, and I did not fill my tags last year or the year before. So it's been 2 years since I've freaking cut my hair and my beard. Starting to look like Rapunzel met Santa Claus. Which is funny though, because now when I go places, like people do not give me shit. They don't attempt to mess with me. I look like an old school freaking Hell's Angel right now. People give me a wide berth. Come on, fish. This is getting stupid. All right, we're gonna go at a different angle here. We're gonna cast a different direction. That's like 30 feet off the bank. It was like a mile and a half cast, but it might be starting to be because they do usually move shallow in the evenings to feed on these bluegill. Normally, bluegill are like right up against the edge of the freaking water line, but lately they've been a little deeper. I'm kind of wondering if it's because of the tilapia beds. Come on, fish. Oh, I'm in the weeds. They were out of the weeds. Oh, come on. You don't really need when you're drop shotting. You only need a little bit of movement to get your worm to freaking move a lot, or whatever bait you're drop shotting. It's basically tied straight to your line above the weight. So any little movement, if you feel your weight when you move your drop shot, then you know you've moved that thing a lot. But just that much, that much of a twitch is a huge erratic movement underwater for your bait. Come on, fishes. Let's cast in the other direction. Oh, that was nowhere near where I wanted it. Oh, we got ducks over here. Got a male and a female mallard. And you can tell they're a bonded pair just by the way they're acting. Feels like two random males. Maybe I would. I do have the cordless hole puncher, so technically put a hole in a duck and put them on the smoker tonight. Oh, come on, fish! You're making me look stupid here. They bite when the camera. I'm almost wondering if it's time to throw some top waters. Hey, Derek, welcome in. Good to see you, brother. We got a 7-inch red um, drop shot worm on right now. Jesse, welcome in. I did catch two fish. That is true. But I'm greedy. I always want at least a lake limit. Now, there's no limit here, but technically they're not supposed to fish it either. But, lake limit normally is 5 at a lake. So I always want to at least a limit. Yeah, Jesse, type dot caught and it'll bring up the daily fish count. Come on. This 7-inch worm might be too much for this. Yeah, get this in the back there. All out. Getting cast. I lost my heavy weight that I had. So I really can't get a good cast, but all right, we're gonna give it a few more minutes and then we're gonna call it. we're gonna go possibly fish whistle engaged. See if it works. We're gonna possibly go walk back home and see what Mrs. SoCal's up to. And there's a great possibility that we will be going to do some night fishing. So if we do, we'll go live. I'll bring the big tripod and I'll do it right. I'll bring the full setup. I will bring the full setup. Bring the lights, bring the tripod, bring everything. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Yes, here I'm just that much of a movement on a rod tip with drop shot. You'd be amazed at how much action that puts into the freaking baits. I mean, there's guys that'll just take the rod and just doing that. It's hard to see on camera, but look at how much movement that puts into the rod. All that movement's transferring into your drop shot. Tucker the fisherman, welcome in, brother. Good to see you. Guys, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, and there's that subscribe button right next to the thumbs up, uh, get them both. We're trying to get up to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Goal was April, but shit happened. And the last little bit of April and the beginning of May, we weren't doing much live streams just because life got in the way, life and weather. But we still have our goals. They just rolled over to the next month. I'm still trying to figure out a way to strap the Starlink on the dirt bike so we can go do some live dirt bike riding. I think that'd be pretty fun. Come on, fish. They're making me look stupid over here. I need at least one more outro fish. I don't know. What do you guys think? We should try throwing a booty toad? See if we'll hit something on top water. There's a very good chance they will. Actually, I think I might throw on the booty toad for a few casts and see what happens. Nah, Dave, I missed them. Freaking, they went on sale Tuesday. I forgot about it Tuesday. I went on Wednesday morning. They were sold out. There was like 2 float tube tickets left. And considering I don't have a float tube, so myself and Mrs. SoCal have like between the two of us, we got like 30 timers and reminders and all that set for June when they go on sale for July. So, and if we miss them in June, we're gonna try to August and September. But I want to get out to Barrett. Now, I did watch a video on YouTube of a guy that was fishing Barrett opening week of this year, and it was shitty. he only caught like 30 fish, and they were all none of them looked healthy. They were all skin and bones, like super small. So I don't know what happened to that fishery, but I think the fact that it's um, so little pressure that the population in the lake has just exploded, and they're not able to, get up to any good size anymore. It used to be like you can catch, you're catching 5 and 10 pound bass every time you went out there. All right, we're giving this drop shot one more cast, and then God, I cannot make any distance with this thing. We're gonna give this. This is our last cast with the drop shot, and we're gonna go to the booty toad for a few minutes, and then after that, we're gonna call it. We're gonna go to the house, have some food, and possibly go hit up another lake out of San Diego County and go do some night fishing. Now, Mrs. SoCal did say she was up for it, but she didn't sound too convincing. So we'll see. That's just see that movement on the rod. That's just me tapping my finger on the rod. Sometimes that's all you need with your drop shot. That little bit of movement is enough to make that worm down there just freaking go crazy. All right. I'm starting to see some surface activity. Not a lot, but a little bit. So let's, we're going to roll this drop shot up and cut it off and throw on a freaking booty toad. Why? Because why not? All right. Let me clip this off. I'm going to have to go through my little box here. Oh, Dave, I heard about that before the media heard about that. Um, I get some insider information about that kind of stuff. I knew about it before it even hit the media. And there was two shooters, and both shooters are no longer among the living, and rightfully so. That was actually not too far from Mrs. SoCal's work, right down the street from our office, actually. But yeah, I did hear about that, and at first it came out that one of the victims was a San Diego cop, and turns out it was not. Um, it was actually a security guard, not a cop. So anybody that says it was a cop that was shot is full of shit. I'll tell you what, though, guys, this is gonna sound sick, and YouTube, don't take this wrong because I know YouTube's listening. Um, I would love, absolutely love, to come up on an active shooter situation because you won't hear of, oh yeah, and the police took the guy down. You're gonna hear like, yeah, SoCal fucking give him two to the head and two to the chest. Hey, Bryson with the channel subscription. Appreciate you, brother. So this is what we're gearing up now, guys. Booty toad from Crappie Man. Um, these things, you don't fish them like a regular frog. These, you fish it more like a buzzbait. get the damn hook through. There we go. All right. So I'll show you. I don't know if you can be able to see it, but I'll just kind of, you can't really see the action of it on camera, but it's got a really cool freaking topwater action. So let's see how it does. You can kind of fish them fast. Not like super fast, but fast, buzzbait style. Huh. It's funny to watch that thing just spin in the wind. So we all need CC. My opinion is that we shouldn't need a CCW. We have a Second Amendment. We should be able to just carry no matter what. All 50 states, you know, just be able to carry. Okay, if the booty toad's not even getting follows, something's wrong. These fish are just shut down. I was talking to Mrs. SoCal earlier when that shit was going on, and I was like, man, just let me take the deer rifle. All I need to be is within like 1,000 yards, and I'll put an end to that shit. My longest shot that I've ever taken and actually hit my target was 1,700 yards. But that was a 300 Win mag, and that was like, it took me like 25 shots to hit my target. But inside of a 1,000, I'll poke you in the eye, especially with the 300. Booty toad doesn't want to catch anything. Freaking drop shot's not wanting to catch anything. I don't know what's actually going on here today. I mean, I did catch 2 fish, but I'm greedy. Catch 2, I want 10. I'm gonna throw this thing that way. It's like a huge left turn, or right turn. Sorry. Hoping something will blow up on it. Oh man, I just had a bass blow up on the shore over there. Not in California, you can't. You still have to have your CCW. Whoops. I cast right where I wanted to, but it's about 20 feet to my left. Like distance wise, I was right where I wanted. Placement, I was about 20 feet to my left. Yeah, I always thought you could carry while you're fishing as well, but that applies to like pretty much every freaking state in free America. No California's. Okay, nothing's even chasing the booty toad. You see it swim by the camera there. That's has some great action to it. There we go. That was about perfect. Problem is, I need to overcast it to get it up back up on the surface and moving past where I want it to be. So see, I'll pull it by the camera. It's hard to see on camera, but I'm gonna knock the camera over. So I don't have to leave in the state. You're absolutely right. My name is on that list to leave this state as well. This thing's like 40 feet away from me. I hear it in the water. Leaves one heck of a bubble trail. Its legs on it make a lot of commotion. Great topwater bait when they're hitting topwater. Apparently, they don't want to hit topwater. I need to stand up and fire off a cast. Cast. There we go. That was a bomb, but I cast it with the wind. I'm gonna scoot down a little bit. All right, that did not work. Come on, fish. 50 likes. Heck yeah, we finally made 50. All right. All right, come on. We'll fish this a little different. I'll fish it like a popper. Problem is these things sink, so you have to kind of fish them fast. They're great topwater bait when they're biting topwater, but they're not seeming to want to bite topwater right now. You guys hear all those bullfrogs in the freaking everywhere. You figure with the bullfrogs bullfrogging right now. Oops. The bass and frog of the bait. I don't know what they want. They don't want anything I'm throwing. I just want to see one big blow up on a topwater. One of the biggest bass I've caught out of here did come on the booty toad, so it was like 5.5, which is big for this pond because the age of the fish in this pond are not very old. So they haven't had a chance to get past like 6, maybe 6.5 pounds in here yet. I'm gonna try fishing this thing a different way. I'm gonna let it sink. I'll bet you if I let this thing, Eric, welcome in. Get that out there. We're gonna let it sink a little bit and kind of swim it in a little. Just slow swim it in and stop. Just a little slow swim. We'll do the start stop with it. See what happens. So far, nothing. Nothing doing. Sun's starting to go behind the hills though, so that might help with the bite. Although my battery is almost dead on my phone, so I'm gonna have to call it here and go charge up my batteries. See if Mr. SoCal wants to go do some night fishing. Come on, fishies. I'd like to get a monster on this thing so I could get video of it, send it to Crafty Man so he could use video of a monster on his promotions for his, free baits. It'd be nice to catch a freaking state record on a Crafty Man bait, I'll tell you. I'd love to be able to give Turner freaking video of a state record, help promote his business. Come on, fishes. I don't think they're doing much right now. My battery was full already. Switch it up, but to the point where my battery's waiting on 5%. But if Mrs. SoCal decides that she wants to go night fishing, we'll go night fishing. I'll take the real tripod. We'll take the lights, the whole 9 yards. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Guys, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, go ahead and hit it. And that subscribe button. That one that one's actually more important than the thumbs up. All right, we're slow rolling this booty toad. It's actually subsurface. It's supposed to be a more of a topwater bait, but we're hoping that subsurface they'll hit it too. You let it sink a bit, roll it down even deeper. Only thing I didn't throw out here today was cat baits. Okay, that thing should be pretty down towards the bottom by now. Super slow rolling this thing. I'm running out of casting area from where I'm at. I only hit so much of this place without Starlink and the cell service. All right. I'm going to call this last cast. Come on, fish. Let me get an outro fish. Come on. Start and stop. All right. I don't think we're going to get an outro fish, guys. We're going to go ahead and start packing it up here. Oh, yeah. That's uh, um, oh, it tore. The whole freaking body of the frog tore. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, guys. Get everything, all my stuff packed up over here. Go home, eat dinner, charge up the phone a little bit, and most likely we're gonna be back out at a completely different lake, um, doing some nighttime catfishing. So make sure you have your notification bell set. I will put out a community post letting everybody know when I'm leaving, heading to the next lake. But guys, appreciate you being here, and we will see you in a little while from another lake, fishing for cat and possibly carp.